Today I was thinking of that we will speak about a new problem that has sort of arrived. It has come in the 21st century. We're finding a new problem that is reproductive issues. Reproductive health problems are on the rise in working women. Working women, in actual fact, it's kind of a contradiction, because women over the centuries have always been working, and they would always do the housework. But now there are more and more women who are also working both at home as well as going out of home to join the career field along with their men as their counterparts. It is true that women who work out in many fields along with their male counterparts can have certain problems in their reproductive lifestyle over the years. We have to accept initially that a woman's role in society is intrinsically different from a man's role in society. No matter how much we rant and rave about gender equality, it is true that God or nature, whatever you believe in, has actually inflicted an extra job for women, and that is to carry on the procreation of, let us say, humankind. So that is a job mainly for women. We have to accept that. Now, it is a fine balance, in actual fact, between balancing one's life, family at home, and balancing one's career in the work field. As with the coming of the 21st century, more and more of the reproductive population, women, are going out to work along with men, and they are reaching higher and higher heights in fields, in medicine, in all sorts of professions, information technology, all sorts of professions, and this is extremely beneficial for society as a whole. But it can have it can have certain connotations for the family life. Reproductive health problems can arise in women when they're working outdoors, in the career, following a career with a sort of vision, and extremely strenuously, because we understand now careers are hard. I mean, there is a lot of stress in professional life. So what are the problems? The most common thing that we see, that women are actually deferring getting married and having families. Why? Because they want to have their career. They want to reach a certain level of their career before taking on family life, which is getting married and having children. And that is all very well, but the fact is, unfortunately, fertility in women does reduce, as it does in men too, but in women to a much higher degree. It reduces as women grow older and older. And certainly after 30 and beyond 35, fertility in women definitely markedly reduces. So if we are actually following our career, we cannot expect our career to have reached any level by 25. So if we reach 35 and we are still following our career at the expense of the family life, one day when we said, which is coming on very often to the young women that we see, one day when we actually want to have a family, then it is certainly becoming sometimes very late for these women. And of course we are having the problems of less, because of subfertility or infertility, as you call it. We have this infertility clinic boom in all the metropolis cities of the country, and a great majority of these women perhaps would not have come across this problem if they had only decided to start their family when they were younger. So this is delaying marriage, delaying pregnancy, causes this huge problem in reproductive health of women. And also there are certain problems, lifestyle problems that happen as we are becoming more and more career oriented. Women are becoming more, they are taking on so much stress, and certain things, lifestyle problems like perhaps smoking now is much more common in women. In fact, the studies have shown that smoking is getting less as in men, but the rates are not actually falling to that degree in women. So smoking, then coffee addiction, because we are always in a stressful environment. Perhaps it is making us more taking up certain bad habits which years back our great grandmothers would not have probably taken up. So this is the thing, and these are all detrimental to pregnancy. They're all bad for the reproductive health. And in order, the kind of message for women, in order to have an ideal, family life as well as follow the career, is perhaps, take on this family life at a younger age, when maybe the grandparents are still young, and perhaps they could take on part of the, share of looking after the children, rather than keeping it at a time when it becomes too late for women to actually, have a ideal family life. I think the message I would like to say for women is, have a lifestyle modification. Both obesity and extreme diet which is making you extremely thin, both are bad for reproductive function. Again, this extremely stressful environment which may make us drink more cups of coffee, take on bad habits like smoking, which is also a problem in women now more than men, in fact. Again, because of this stressful environment which both the men and the women are having, perhaps work hours are different. Maybe the husband is coming home in the daytime and working at night. The woman is working in the night. The timings are, so maybe we don't even meet each other often. Physical contact, sexual intimacy is also much less with working women, because of the stress. They're bringing the stress back home. Altogether, these are the reasons that are making this a growing problem, more and more a growing problem in the modern woman, so-called modern woman. And therefore, it is a fine balance to strike to maintain a family life as well as, follow the career as we desire.